Hi again, everybody, from the pages of the paper of Montgomery County. This is your news break. I'm Frank Phillips reporting. Doing with less is not just true for families this year. MUFFY, that's the acronym for Montgomery United Fund for You, found its donations down for 2012, which will result in less help for most of MUFFY's 18 partner agencies. For the first time in several years, there were fewer individual donors who signed up, and corporate donations are down as well. One corporation, which MUFFY Executive Director David Johnson did not name, is pledging nearly $30,000 less this year than last. Johnson said one factor in the decreased donations might be the much larger number of nonprofit organizations that have been created in Montgomery County in past years. Another factor is probably the economy. The MUFFY board recently finalized 2012 allocations, said Johnson, and if you look elsewhere on this web page, you can see what those allocations are for 2012 compared to 2011. When we come back, a lot of registration for the election news. And we'll look at sports and see what Weatherby says about today's weather. You're watching Newsbreak from the pages of the paper of Montgomery County.
Bad wrecks happen to good people. That's why people take their wrecks to the good people at Gould's Body and Paint in Crawfordsville. Gould's will work with your insurance company to provide an accurate quote of your needed repairs. Then the iCar Gold Class Specialists take over, restoring your vehicle to good as new. Gould's will service any make, any model, any type, or amount of damage. Just remember our motto, at Gould's Body and Paint, our business is a wreck.
At Zon's Floor Covering, we don't offer washers, paint, or lumber. Floor covering is our expertise for your home or office. At Zon's Floor Covering, we offer luxurious styles of carpeting and realistic-looking vinyl patterns, and we do it better than anyone else. You'll fall in love with the possibilities at Zon's, all backed by professional installation, superior personal service, and our 3-year installation warranty. Stop by Zon's today and see why we want to be everywhere you are.
And we're back. April 9th is the last day to register to vote in the May primary. Go to the Montgomery County Clerk's office on the 3rd floor of the Montgomery County Courthouse, or you can register online at indianavoters.in.gov. Absentee voting begins April 9th in the courthouse basement, or call 364-6437 and ask to have the ballot mailed directly to you. Voter registration Deputy Karen Douglas said poll workers are needed for the May primary election. It doesn't matter which party with which you are affiliated. Call 6437. That's 364-6437 for more information. And if you'll look online today, you can see the first mushroom that we've received a photo of here at the paper of Montgomery County. Gary Welliver sent it in. He's just a little bitty guy, the mushroom that is, not Gary, and it's about as big as a penny, and he's got that in his hand to show you how small it really is. Now look at Weatherby's 3-degree guarantee. Weatherby says we will reach a high of 73 today, but watch out for rain and perhaps some thunderstorms if Wednesday, or if Weatherby is off by more than 3 degrees. Email us at weatherby@thepaper24-7.com and let us know. Include your name and phone number, and at the end of the month, all those who have called in and caught Weatherby will be entered into a drawing for a prize. Now we'll flip over to the sports page and see what our sports editor, Ross Flint, has to say today. On page A5, it didn't take the North Montgomery softball team much time to get its offense revved up against Attica, and when it did, the Chargers found plenty of it in their first win of the season, 8-6. I'm very happy with our hitting, Coach Sarah Searing said. It's good to get a win under our belt. The Chargers got on base 15 times in the game, walking 9 times, collecting 5 hits and reaching base once on an error. Tied at 5, the Chargers put together a 2-out 4th inning rally that gave them the lead for good. After consecutive groundouts to the third baseman, North Montgomery's Emily French and C.J. Trippett, who reached base all 4 times to the plate, both walked. Sophomore Morgan Carpenter doubled down the left field line, scoring both French and Tippett, and senior Katie McIntyre's infield single advanced Carpenter to third. A wild pitch scored Carpenter, giving the Chargers an 8-5 lead. It was North's second lead of the game, and this time the Chargers held on for good. Pitcher Mackenzie Carpenter gave up 3 singles the rest of the way, all in the 6th inning. One of those hits drove in a run for the final score, and the Chargers found themselves in a jam. Ahead by 2 with Attica's Kaylin Kirkpatrick on first, the Chargers gave up an infield single that advanced Kirkpatrick to second. North managed to get out of the top half of the inning, though, by forcing a grounder to French, the first baseman. Attica took an early 2-0 lead with a pair of runs in the first, but North closed the deficit with a single by Trippett that drove home Mackenzie Carpenter, then tied it in the second. Sophomore Allie Salinas struck out, but catcher Kara Harmison dropped the ball and was forced to throw to first to get the out. That allowed junior Raylyn Early to score, tying the game at 2. Attica again took the lead in the top of the third with an RBI infield single. There are definitely some things we have to work on, like routine plays and talking to each other better, Searing said. But once again, North's offense responded, this time with 3 runs in the bottom half of the inning. Trippett's double drove home French, and McIntyre's groundout allowed Trippett to score. One batter later, Morgan Carpenter scored on another groundout. Trippett reached base all 4 trips to the plate, picking up a double and single and walking twice. Freshman Zoe McCormick also reached base in all 3 trips, singling twice and walking. Morgan Carpenter reached base 3 times on a double and 2 walks. Mackenzie Carpenter pitched all 7 innings for the Chargers, giving up 9 hits and walking 3, but striking out 5. Up Linden Way, Bob Cox reports North Montgomery coach Matt Voorhees believed coming into the season his squad would have quality pitching. Last night in the Chargers home opener against Rockville, the pitching was on display as 3 North Montgomery hurlers combined for a 2-hit shutout against the Rocks. The Chargers won the game 5-0. From the very get-go of the season, I have documented that I believe our pitching is going to be pretty good, Voorhees said. We have several guys who throw, and tonight all 3 guys did very well. Senior Aaron Williamson got his first start of the season by pitching 4 solid innings by giving up 1 hit and striking out 8 batters. Voorhees compliments Williamson and said the only reason he took out his starter was because it is early in the season. And also up north, Ross reports North Montgomery track and field coach Ed Stuffle liked a lot of what he saw during the Chargers home meet in the Spring Classic. There's room to improve, but he believes the performances by some of his experienced athletes will inspire some of the newcomers when the team returns from spring break. We think when we come back from spring break, we'll see a different attitude in practice time, he said. Not that we've had terrible practices, but we just have so many new people. The Chargers came in second of 3 teams for both the boys and girls. North finished second behind Western Boone 77-63 in the boys' meet and 90-45 in the girls. Attica was third in both. We had a chance with only 3 schools in the meet to open up the entries and put people in a lot more events just to see what we had, Stuffle said. The Spring Classic has had 5 teams in previous years. And that's a sample of what's in your edition of the paper of Montgomery County and online today. For the paper of Montgomery County, I'm Frank Phillips reporting. You have an outstanding day. Enjoy the sunshine and try to stay out of the rain, won't you?